Well folks, as you can see, it's a beautiful sunny afternoon here. It's 6:15 in the evening and it's very nice. So I'm actually just here now, in fact, working on my kiln, which I just wanted to bring you up to date with. So in fact, I'm just about to mix up some sodium silicate and talc, which I'm going to use as a glue to stick the, I don't know if you can see this, let me just bring the camera a little bit around a bit like that. Well, you can see the lid of my kiln here, of course. Well, the lid is going to sit down here on the face here, the top of the kiln. But there's always a place where you get quite a lot of leaks, isn't it? So what I'm going to do is I've got some ceramic fibre blanket here in these sort of square shapes. I'm going to split this down the middle and then cut it and use these to stick on the lid all the way around this edge here to form a kind of gasket between the lid and the top of the kiln. That's something I've got to do. I've got my sodium silicate here and I've got my talc, so I'm going to put a little bit of this talc Not exactly sure how much I'm going to need, and I don't want to use up too much talc because I've only got this small amount here, and I know I'm going to need it for a glaze recipe fairly soon. So I'm going to be a little economical with that. And then I'm going to add the sodium silicate to that. But I tell you what, I'm not going to do it right now because I want to have all my pieces ready and cut to go around the edge of the kiln here to form that gasket I was talking about. And this sodium silicate glue stuff will start to go off and start to go hard. So I don't want to run the risk of that, so I won't add the sodium silicate right now at this moment. But I thought what I would do is just show you in a bit more detail some of the things that I've been doing here with the kiln. I know there's a lot of you out there who are interested in doing such things, playing around with kilns and all this. Well, as you can see here, carrying on from my last clip that I did on the kiln, you can see here the chimney there coming up. You can see it's located on the inside of the kiln. Let's just have a look to the lid of the kiln, and you can see there the slot in the lid of the kiln, which is where the continuation of the chimney is going to go. It's a bit of guesswork to get this right here. I think I gave you some measurements the other day. I think or maybe I didn't, but it's about 8.5 long and about 2.25 or 2.5 wide, this slot. You may ask, well, Simon, how did you know where to cut the slot exactly so that it fits snugly exactly down on top of the chimney? And you know what we did. In fact, Jennifer had a good idea. Get a piece of clay, and we put a piece of clay all the way around here like this, a roll of clay. Okay, a small roll of clay all the way along there, and we sort of patted it slightly flat, and then we painted red iron oxide on top of the clay with a brush. We just painted it on, and then we lowered the lid down right on top of it, you see, like that, and just pressed it down a bit, and that left a mark. In fact, you can see where the red iron oxide was and the mark that it left all the way around here, and that gave us pretty much the exact image, if you like, there on the top. And so that was, of course, easy then to cut. Well, first of all, in fact, we drilled it all the way along here with a drill going through all like this, loads and loads of times. Okay, and then with a hacksaw blade, we then just a hacksaw blade on its own, not with the rest of the saw, we just push it through, and then you can work the saw along and cut it all the way along and cut it out, and then finally with a file we filed the slot to shape. Let me just stick the camera back on the tripod, so I want to show you some other things. So what I'm going to do is, for you, I want you to see up here, up there, you see I've got this piece of wood here with a metal bit in the middle there. In place of the window, I can remove it, you know, if I want to. I can take this out and shut the window if I want to. But what's going to happen is, let me just move these things here. Yeah, while we're here, I'll just swing the camera up there. I don't know if you can see, but the lid of the kiln is in fact held by a piece of wire, you see. Well, I'm going to release that piece of wire. Now I just give it a twist. Okay, and then the lid just comes down like that, directly over the... Okay, and there it is. Now what I wanted to show you, the trouble with this camera is it doesn't have very much depth in the image from top to bottom. So there's the chimney. So what I want to do is, you see, just on top of the kiln here, I want to have that little reducing flame, don't I? Coming out the top there. Coming out of this slot here, this little slot, we have the little flame, characteristic flame of the reduction, don't we? But I don't want to fill up my workshop with carbon monoxide and obnoxious smells. I want to get them out. So that's what this is about. I'm going to try to So what's going to happen, whoops, well, you see I've got this vent here, which is going to take the gases right out the window. Okay, but of course I'm going to have to suspend the vent here about in that position with a piece of wire from here going upwards. Alright? Something like that. So this is going to take my carbon monoxide, etc. out. I want to have it high enough above, so I can see a flame coming here when I'm burning in reduction. So it's very high-tech stuff, you know. Pure rocket science. Well, as you can see, the chimney, let's just nab the camera again. As you can see here, fits pretty well right over the hole, you see. Now this gasket, the gasket that I'm going to make, is also going to go over the top of the chimney. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the chimney, put the lid back up again, and attach it to my wires here, you see. So basically we lift that, now that looks a bit rough and ready, doesn't it, the way I just done that. I just wound the wires. I just wound the wires up there around themselves, but what I'll do is I'll devise a kind of hook here, just to hook around the handle. Okay, so there we are, folks. I just wanted to update you on the chimney, the exhaust. Let's bring the camera a little bit closer so you can see how that's been done. And I showed you the slot in the chimney. Anyway, I'll be continuing on with this, and I'll update you on how it's going. Warts and all. If you want to know what workshops I'm doing, we in fact have a workshop here running beginning this Saturday and Sunday. We still have a couple of spaces there. If anybody's last minute wants to come and join us, then please go to my website, simonleachpottery.com, and you can get my email address from there, and you can write to us or phone us if you want to come along, because we have 2 spaces. And other workshops where I'm doing workshops in different places, they are marked there on the website. So, well, I think that's all right now for now. I guess it's all that's left for me to say is keep practicing. Bye bye, see you soon.